Welcome to episode 44, Get to Know Your Nation, Switzerland. After this, we're down to four nations left. Four. After that, time for my group stage predictions, which probably I'll try to do this before the World Cup begins, which starts on June 11th when Mexico takes on South Africa, 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox. So, Switzerland. They are making their 13th World Cup appearance. They made their debut in 1934, 1938, 1950, 1954, 1962, 1966, 1994, 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, and 2022. Their best finish was the quarterfinals in 3 World Cup editions. Their debut in 1934, their second ever World Cup appearance in 1938, and then their 4th appearance in this tournament in 1954. So can they make it 4th quarterfinal appearances for Switzerland? They are led by coach Murat Yakin, 24 wins, 20 draws, 13 losses. This will be his second time he'll coach Switzerland at the World Cup. It's not first time coaching this national team was in 2022. Now he's coaching this national team in 2026. Players to watch. One player that I think will stand out in this tournament is Granit Xhaka, midfielder for Sunderland. Look at the turnaround he's doing. He went from Arsenal's really good midfielder to go into Leverkusen, won the Bundesliga title, and then he left to go to Sunderland, and look what he's doing at Sunderland. Hey, Sunderland is staying in the Premier League for next season, so great job for him. Now, 33 years old, he's a real good midfielder that he can score goals. Manuel Akanji, defender for Inter Milan, who went to Man City, but he left to Inter Milan, who won their 21st City title. Congratulations. Felicidades. Bravo. 30 years old as a defender for center back. He should be added in this national team, and he will be. Dan O'Doyle, forward for Nottingham Forest. He's 25 years old. Why do I include him? Well, he is the youngest, I believe, for the national team. And secondly, I think he can change the Switzerland's striking position. Now, he can play left wing, right wing, wherever you want to play him. But I think he's a perfect fit for Switzerland. They need to score goals if they're going to be back at the quarterfinals. And then you got Gregor Kobel, goalkeeper for Borussia Dortmund, who is 28 years old. He's been their goalkeeper ever since he's been with Switzerland plus 2022, 2018, I believe. So he has experience at the World Cup, but he's going to be a key player for this national team. So going over to Group B, they will start against Qatar, then Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Canada. Their best scenario is they win their first 2. Actually, let's say they win all 3 of their games. Switzerland, for me, is a quarterfinals team. I think that's their best scenario because if we're looking at underdog teams, Switzerland is one of them. I mentioned Dark Horse, which is Netherlands, Japan, Senegal. But if we're looking at that underdog team, Switzerland is that team. What if there's a worst case scenario? Well, here it is. They beat both Qatar, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then draw with Canada, which is 7 points. They would still win the group. I think round of 16 is the best I can give them because again, they're going to be really competitive. They have to be really competitive against those other European teams or South American teams if they're going to get a chance for that to the quarterfinals. But going over, I think the game to watch, if we're looking Switzerland's point of view, Them versus Canada. Imagine that venue at BC Place or Palace in Vancouver. The Canadians need a win or draw to get into the knockout stage, while for Switzerland they've won the group, but they need to win one more game to get 9 points and sweep that group. So I think that could be a good one. Bosnia and Herzegovina could be an interesting one because yes, these are two UEFA club national teams, but Bosnia and Herzegovina they can play really competitive with Switzerland. So there's that one team that could play competitive, and there's another team like Canada who they can play competitive soccer or football, but they're going to have to make a big leap in this year's World Cup. And Qatar's Qatar. I don't know where I can go with their national team. Maybe they're just too young for this. Where I look at Switzerland, I think they're group favorites. They're the favorites to win this group. And I mentioned with all these three nations, this Group B is wide open, except Switzerland, which Switzerland should win the group. But second and third place is available for both for Qatar, Bosnia, and Canada. So, who can trouble Switzerland? I think it could be Bosnia and Herzegovina or Canada. If those two, one of those two, can give Switzerland trouble, watch out. Switzerland could still make it to the quarterfinals, but I think worst case scenario is round of 16. But overall, I think Switzerland, for me, they're a quarterfinalist team. And if they can get to the quarterfinals, can they ever reach to their first semifinals in national team history? That was Get to Know Your Nation, episode 44, Switzerland. Find out tomorrow who is your nation for episode 45. If you haven't seen my other videos, go check them out on my channel. Of course, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for more sports news.